Hello everyone, Chris, Suffolk Record Collector, back again with a few more records that I found. All fairly nice, they're all good records, lovely condition, but you know, they're all cheaper records. So a lot of these are, let me just turn this down a sec. Right, that's better. A lot of these were are like between £10–15 in nice condition. So there's a couple that were a little bit more expensive, but see if you can spot them. Right, we'll start, shall we? I don't know nothing about this band at all, and I was really surprised when I picked this up. This one did cost me a little bit more. It's cost me 30 quid. But the cover, it's a Roger Dean cover, and that's on Harvest. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. I've heard of the band, but I never, ever actually found any, heard anything of them. So we'll get straight into it, shall we? That's a fantastic album. That's Babe Ruth, First Base. I just love the cover of this one. Roger Dean cover. Attention to detail, although it's not a very detailed cover, but the attention to detail is massive on this. You look at how they've coloured the Harvest EMI logo. It's, you know, red, black and gold. It's fantastic. Really looks nice. A beautiful cover and an amazing album. It's a prog album. Track wise on here, it starts off side 1 Wells Fargo, The Runaways, and they do a cover of Zappa's King Kong. Side 2 Black Dog, which is fantastic. The Mexican, again, fantastic track. And that's interpolating, my Italian is not very good, Per Qualche Dollaro in Piu by Ennio Morricone. Fantastic. They segue into that halfway through the track. Absolutely amazing. And a track called The Joker. Yeah, they were vocals Yanita Hahn, bass guitar Dave Hewitt, drums and percussion Dave Punchin, Dick Powell, sorry, electric piano and piano Dave Punchin, and all guitars, vocals, organ and percussion Alan Shackrock. Yeah, fantastic album, highly recommended. I'd never heard this. Like I say, I've heard of the band and I just thought they were a classic rock band for whatever reason, but when I saw this and the cover, I thought, well, it's a bit more interesting, especially when I read the track list, and I thought, yeah, this is interesting. And it's on Harvest. With its original inner. In lovely condition, really is virtually unplayed, I would say. Beautiful. This is a 72 pressing, but it's not the original first pressing, because of, on the first track on side 1, Tone Music is the copyright on here, whereas on the original, which was released in 72 as well, it's slightly different, but matrix numbers are all the same. It's just that differentiates it from the first and second pressing, and also the very first pressing with a different music credit for that track also came with a lyric poster. This doesn't. So this is a repress, but from the same year, from 72. Musically wise, this is an amazing prog album. Very proggy. and I was really surprised. I've never heard it before, or heard anything about them really. That's Babe Ruth, first base. Yeah, really recommend that. And I paid 30 quid for that, which I think is quite good because it's a really good album. Next, this wasn't a lot of money at all, but it is an original first UK first press of one of the very few Credence albums that I don't have or didn't have. It's Credence Clearwater Revival, Willie and the Poor Boys. Excellent. In a textured sleeve, which is a bit battered and worn, but the record itself is really nice, and this wasn't expensive. It's a true first press on Blue Liberty in lovely condition. Really nice. Great album. In the UK, this was released in 1970. Tracks on here. Side 1, Down on the Corner, It Came Out of the Sky, Cotton Fields, Poor Boy Shuffle, and Feeling Blue. Side 2, Fortunate Son, Don't Look Now, It Ain't You or Me, The Midnight Special, Side of the Road, and Effigy. Great album. Really good. Credence at their absolute best on this one. So that was a Credence album that I didn't have. Now, I found this as well, another Credence album. I have a reissue of this, mastered by Kevin Gray, which is lovely. But this is a UK first pressing of Cosmos Factory. This is the more scarcer edition, first press, because it has the linen textured cover, whereas most of them that you see are front laminated cover. This is not. This is the textured linen. It's on Liberty, on the black Liberty label. Nice condition. First press. I couldn't resist it. I mean, this was like, I don't know, this was like 12 quid I think I paid for this, which is not a lot at all, and that's a proper first press in lovely condition. Apart from the sleeve, it is worn, you know, you can see a lot of wear there on the spine and that across the top, but it's all there, not too bad at all. Track wise on this one, for those that don't know, side 1, Ramble Tamble, Before You Accuse Me, Travelling Band, Ooby Dooby, Look Out No Back Door, Run Through the Jungle, side 2, Up Around the Bend, My Baby Left Me, Who'll Stop the Rain, Heard It Through the Grapevine, and Long As I Can See the Light. It's a great album. Yeah, I love it. A lot of people go off Credence, don't they? But I first discovered these when I was about, I don't know, 15, 16, around about when I left school, and they've been with me ever since. I still listen to them, love them. So that's Cosmos Factory. Really pleased to get that. I won't be buying any more copies unless I get a really nice first pressing, but you know, but that is nice. Just the cover's a bit tatty. So really pleased to have that. Next, again, really cheap. I think I paid 10 quid for this. That's a really nice copy of, it's an upgrade copy for me, but because I've got a reissue on a slightly different label, but this is Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits. Fantastic album, and this is as cheap as chips even today, and this is a true UK first pressing. Yeah, on CBS. On that CBS label, beautiful unplayed copy look. that. I think this is from 71. Yeah, look at that. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. Don't come across them. I've got the on the later label, like the Starburst label, and like they're the same sort of price. You'll find a copy of it. I mean, I found this for £10. This is a proper true first press from 71 on what side, but might be 72. It's not saying. 71, I believe. Anyway, this was released. Tracks on here. Obviously, this is Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. What about that? Side 1, Green Manalishi, Oh Well Part 1 and Oh Well Part 2. Shake Your Money Maker, Need Your Love So Bad, Rattlesnake Shake. Side 2, Dragonfly, Black Magic Woman, Albatross, Man of the World, Stop Messing Around, and Love That Burns. Absolutely fantastic album. Really, really, really good. Highly recommended, because a lot of their stuff on Blue Horizon is, you know, a bit pricey, can be a bit pricey, and hard to find. But this is, you'll find a copy of this if you look. And I grab it because this is a fantastic album. Sounds really, really good, and a good way of getting early Fleetwood Mac without paying, you know, more money than a tenner. Next, again, this cost me about a tenner, I think. Wasn't much more than that, if it was that. Even if it was a tenner, I can't remember. Another ZZ Top album. This is the Guelo. Great album, actually. Really good. I do like this. I'm just about finished now with, I've got everything. I need one more album from theirs if I ever find it, which is their first album, but if I ever find it, I've never come across a copy, so. Great album. A lot of people say this is their best album. I don't think so, but it is a very good album. The original Inner. Tracks on here. Side 1, I Thank You. She Loves My Automobile. I'm Bad on Nationwide, or yeah, Nationwide. Fall for Your Stockings, Manic Mechanic. Side 2, Dust My Broom, Low Down in the Street, Hi-Fi Mama, Cheap Sunglasses, Esther Be the One. Great album, well worth checking out. Southern rock, blues, ZZ Top sound, like take on it, and it's good. Yeah, it's good. Right, next. This is a cheap comp, Thin Lizzy comp of Thin Lizzy's early stuff. But it's interesting. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is Remembering Part 1, Thin Lizzy, featuring Eric Bell and Gary Moore. Lovely copy. It's on Decca, released in 76. Again, this was what? Yeah, I think I paid £12 for this. Beautiful condition. Beautiful. Well worth picking up, because as we know, the Decca stuff can be a little bit on the pricier side. This is like a comp, but this has got the singles that were never released on LP at the time. The tracks Whiskey in the Jar, Black Boys on the Corner, Randolph's Tango and Little Darling have all been previously released as singles, so not on LPs. and it has an unreleased track on here, Sitamoya, which at the time was unreleased, which featured Gary Moore from the recorded in Tollington Park during '74. So worth picking up, and I mean this is not expensive. You'll find this for a tenner all day long. This is a really nice copy, and at £12 I was not gonna turn this down. Very good. A little bit about it. Remembering, track Remembering, and what is the other one? Yeah, Remembering Part 1 and The Rocker have slightly edited versions. Yeah, that's what it is. Because Remembering now segues into Gonna Creep Up On You, and The Rocker is a shortened version than what's on the LP. Yeah. Track wise, I'll go through what we've got on here. Side 1, Black Boys on the Corner, Song for a While I'm Away, Randolph's Tango, A Little Girl in Bloom, Sitamoya. Side 2, Little Darling, Remembering, Gonna Creep Up On You, Whiskey in the Jar, and The Rocker. Well worth picking up. You should find a nice copy of this for a tenner, which I'm sure you will. Well worth it. Sounds amazing. Yeah, cut really well. Really does sound nice. So that's the Lizzy. We're getting there now. Yeah. Next, an album I hadn't actually heard before, but I've heard of, and I've heard stuff by this band. When I come across this, it was a no-brainer because it wasn't expensive. And it's an original first US pressing in really nice condition of the Alman Brothers, live at Fillmore East. Like I say, this is a US copy, so the cover is real thick card, and these black covers tend to really get a lot of ring wear, but there's no ring wear at all. Lovely condition, virtually unplayed. What a fantastic album, as live albums go. You know, it's original Iners, Ecto Iners, on the Capricorn label, pink Capricorn label. This is, like I say, an original 1971 US pressing. Fantastic condition, sounds amazing, and it's a live album. But when you're listening to this, you forget that, because the sound quality is so good. You know, this is up there with some of the best, I think, live records I've ever heard. You know, and there are some good ones, aren't there? Like, you know, Deep Purple, Made in Japan, for instance. Everyone uses that thingy as a comparison, but that's an amazing live album. Absolutely fantastic. And, you know, sound quality wise, this is up there. And I mean, Duane Allman's guitar playing is just phenomenal. Again, highly recommended this album. Side 1, you've got Statesboro Blues and Done Somebody Wrong and Stormy Monday. Side 2 is, the whole of Side 2 is the track You Don't Love Me. Side 3 is Hotlanta and In Memory of Elizabeth Reed. And Side 4, the whole of Side 4 is the track Whipping Post. 4. The guitar work on here, Duane Allman, wow, off the wall, good. And this was released in '71, recorded in '71, released in '71. Tells you here it was recorded March the 12th and 13th, 71 by special arrangement with Bill Graham. It wasn't that long after this, couple of months I think, or 3 months, I should have looked at this easy, but it was in 71, towards the end of, in the summer of 71 I think, that Dwayne Allman was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident. He was 24 years old. 24 years old and playing guitar like this. You have to listen to this album. If you've never heard this album, do yourself a treat and go and listen to it, because it's just phenomenal. I can't rate it highly enough. It is really that good an album. So, like to say, I was really pleased to put that into the collection. And lastly, another live album. And this is Birth Control Live. This is good. I think this is from 73, 74, 74. It's a double album. It's one of these that's a German release, I think, in lovely condition, but is pressed in Holland. It's a Dutch pressing, 74. It's an original from 74. There's the other one, just the same. Great album. Oh, great album. I mean, it's just so raw, and the energy, everything, yeah, and that's not a bad sounding album. Came with its original Iners, CBS Iners. Again, I didn't pay much for this at all, and I really like Birth Control anyway. But side one, the whole of side one is the track Work It's Done. Side 2, the whole of side 2 is the track Back From Hell. Side 3 is the track Gamma Ray from Hoodoo Man. And side 4 is She's Got Nothing on You and Long Tall Sally. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Heavy, hard hitting, German rock. Prog, heavy prog or rock. Yeah, amazing album. Well worth a listen. Again, you should be able to pick this up fairly cheaply. I didn't pay a lot of money for this at all, 10, 12 quid, something like that. So, as I say, really pleased to put this in the collection as well. It's not one you see about very often, I don't think, but cheap enough when you do. So that's the records I've come across recently and put in the collection. I think you'll agree, a nice varied selection there of inexpensive records. The Babe Ruth one and the Alman Brothers one are the ones I'm really chuffed to have found. Yeah. So that's about it for this video. Be back soon. I've got another video thinking about, going to be doing. So thanks everyone who subscribes and tunes in and comments. All comments welcome. I try and answer all comments. Yeah. So until next time, thanks a lot, everyone. Catch you soon.